good.
All right. Good. Well, I'll just say, even when we started it, the first season of Camp Cretaceous was basically a survival story of these kids with no one to count on but each other. And the intention for this was always to kind of bookend it with another story where it's a survival story, where we always wanted to, even though they get there different ways, we wanted the kids to be there in the third act of Dominion and be in Biosin Valley, and no one to count on but each other. And so that's, it's definitely our most ambitious season of anything. We got a lot to do with the backdrop of Dominion behind it. So yeah, it's big. It's big and ambitious, and I hope folks like it. Yeah, there's a lot of we have an amazing head writer, Bethany Armstrong Johnson, who actually started out as our script coordinator on Camp Cretaceous, and then we quickly went, well, she's a phenomenal writer and an even better leader. So even going back to Camp Cretaceous, everything, we know some mile markers depending where we are in the franchise. Everything starts with the characters. When we start to break our season, whatever season, we start with the characters. What do we want to see from them that we haven't seen from them before? As we put it, the dino danger, that all comes later. Really, we want to tell a grounded character story, and luckily we're in this giant IP because you don't always get to do that and have people see it. So it all starts with the characters, and so it's a lot of talk with Bethany and me and the writers and the other EP, Aaron Hammersley, and we also have, it's very collaborative with the story artists and the directors. This show is really, it's all about collaboration. Our amazing cast, everyone takes ownership over what they do, but everyone really, it's not this way on any show, any job, where everyone really cares about what we're doing here. And so everyone just really raise their game and put it out there. So yeah, everything starts with the characters, and we kind of fill in everything else around it. Well, I mean, Primal's hard to, it's hard to knock. Yeah, that would probably be, I'm trying to think. I got to say, to get to do this, because all those Walking with Dinosaurs on Discovery, I just watched them all, loved them all. It's like, yes, I'm a grown man, but I love this stuff. It's like when Jurassic Park, the movie, came out, I was like, where's this movie been my whole life? So honestly, I would probably say Walking with Dinosaurs, and then more recently Prehistoric Planet, and just we took a lot of inspiration from both of those. Look, I was shocked when they made I got a call to go upstairs, and I thought I was in trouble. And so, because, up to this point, my resume was more comedy action kind of thing. So, it's like all of a sudden I got a dream call, to do this, and it was really scary, and I was in over my head. I'll be the first to admit it. Camp Cretaceous, I was ready for this show, but that was from making a ton of mistakes on Camp Cretaceous. So yeah, this, since I read the novel when I think I was in college, this is just something I want to be a part of. And then, on top of that, it's something that means so much to so many people. So, yeah, who wouldn't? It's scary and a huge responsibility, but to get to tell, like I was saying to you, as a writer in kids animation, you don't normally get to tell these storylines, and to follow these kids for 90 episodes and a 6-year time jump, you don't get these opportunities very often, and then you wrap it in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So I just got real lucky and got real smart about the smarter people than me that hired to help me do this thing. And I think we all do something special together.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, there's some characters that are coming back, so I don't know if I would say special guest voices, but I mean there are characters that are coming back from the franchise that haven't been in this series yet. So I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see that. Well, there's we're going to show the trailer in a second, and then people will see we're going to screen the first episode, and folks will get to see some returning faces. You know, we got a platform to talk about some things, or whether it's having a lead character with a limb difference. And so we get to put a spotlight on a really underrepresented part of the community. And Kirsten's done such a beautiful job of bringing Brooklyn to life. It's just we've got a platform, and we want to talk about things. And, it's not like kids and young adults today aren't already talking about these things, but whether or not it's just, whether it's the Yaz and Sammy of it all, why shouldn't a queer kid get to see a version of themselves on TV and go, I'm normal. I'm a person, just like everybody else. And that's an important responsibility. We're not saying, hey, this is the way to go. It's just like you're normal. We're all people, and we're all in this, and we're stronger when we stick together, which has sort of been the underlying message from the beginning of Cretaceous. So that's just sort of that's the message we're trying to tell. And that's what we just want people, more than the dinosaurs, what we want folks to take away from. And we're all just doing the best we can. Let's do it together. Do I most relate to? It's probably Darius. I want to say Gaz because she's sort of cool, and actually Brooklyn has become just Brooklyn in this series as making some questionable decisions. But yeah, I'm a Darius guy. I'm a kind of lead with your heart and end up, whether I want to or not, sort of going, well, let's do this or let's do that. So, there's probably a little piece of all the characters in me and all of our writers and crew. But yeah, I'm probably the dino nerd. Yeah. I'm lucky enough to say there's a lot of them, and some of them are in this season, so I can't tell you. There's just the whole Yaz and Sammy storyline. There's a great scene. It's in. Sorry, I get it all mixed up now, but it's the flashback where Darius professes his love to Brooklyn, and the writing in that was so great, but the art, and there's just these little details like Brooklyn. There's a shot underneath the table, and Brooklyn just brings her feet back a little bit, or just even a little thing. This is just me, but it's like the side of the wood table they're on. Clearly, like you can see the wood grain, and they were clearly all cut from 4 different logs. Like you don't normally get that level of detail. So it's usually just a little specific thing that makes it feel real, and that I think elevates the whole thing. So. There's been plenty of like emotional moments that I really love or set pieces that I love, but it's those little details that's the stuff that gets me really excited.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, not that I know. I think, 90 episodes with the same characters is a lot in any, especially in Yeah, animation for kids. So if there are plans, I'm not privy to them. So that's what we got. Well, probably Ben in Camp Cretaceous, who was terrified most of the time until he kind of has that moment where it's like, hey, if I'm going to survive, I got to adapt. So probably Ben, even though I dropped him off the monorail. At least I hope I would adapt and not just go into a fetal position and hope for the best. Yeah, and I always feel lame because it's a T-Rex, and every kid says T-Rex. But just since I was a little boy, it's just like that's the one.
It was like the main image of the first movie.
Yeah, so, I know, but everyone else has really cool, like specific, it's like I think Lumpy is an Ankylosaurus because it's Colin Trevorrow's favorite dinosaur. It's like, well, that's really cool. It's like everyone says T-Rex, but I love a T-Rex. The scene from Jurassic Park the movie when the T-Rex breaks out of the enclosure. It's like that's one of my all-time favorite moments. I can feel my heart just thinking about it. Yes. It's so great. And so, yeah.
The nostalgia is there.
Yeah. I like a T-Rex since I was little. And I got it. Okay. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I can say it. There were things that I wanted to do that we didn't do that I'm kind of glad. There are times everyone always complains about, oh, we got these notes and we couldn't do the thing. And the whole Dinosaur Liberation Now storyline with Ernest originally was much darker. Like they were full-on eco-terrorists, and usually here, peek behind the curtain. So I usually get notes from DreamWorks, Netflix, Universal franchise, and Colin Trevorrow, and I got to make all of them happy. But usually they disagree, and so you can figure out where you. Well, on this one, they all lined up. It was like the 5 families lined up against us and said, "We're not making Homeland, and you can't." Yeah, it was going to be too fun. So, all in all, it's a good thing they pulled me back. Although, to be honest, I tried to kill Ben at the beginning of Camp Cretaceous, and they wouldn't let me do that. And I'm really glad because he's been an amazing character, and I wouldn't get to spend so much time with Sean, who is lovely. So, yeah, there's been some stuff. Sure, there's always stuff you wish you would do, or you think about it later, and it's like, oh, we could have done that. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with where we ended up. Oh, hey, thank you.
Yeah, thank you
for your